We looked at a volume of a prism. And again, what a prism was is it had two parallel ends of a particular shape and then a space in between it and the volume of it. Today we're going to look at a special kind of prism, and it's going to be one that looks like this. Let me zoom this out. And you can probably picture this as something from home, like a can of soup or a can of something. The water tanks around town are kind of like cylinders, although they may not be exact cylinders. What a cylinder is it's got a circular base, and then it's got a height in between them. Okay? And so we found out before that the volume of a prism was the area of the base times the height. Let me zoom this back in. Okay? So since this is a cylinder, the area of the base of a circle, area of a circle is pi r squared, right? So for a cylinder, the volume is pi r squared times the height. What you need to know if you have a cylinder is you need to know the radius of it, and you need to know the height of that cylinder. Okay, that's what you need to know. And that's, you can see that in the formula. I need the radius and the height. And so you just go to your problem and you try to find it. So let's look at a couple examples here. If we look at this first one. So again, I'll write that down here. Volume is pi r squared h. So I got to know my radius. If I don't know the radius, I know the diameter, don't I? The radius is half of that, so I know that r equals 7 yards. The height is h, which is 5 yards between the circles. So volume then is going to be pi times the radius squared, so 7 squared, times the height, which is 5. And that's going to be cubic yards, because again, volume is always cubic units. And so I'm just going to go pi times 7 squared times 5. Came out to 769.6, 769.7. 769.7 to the nearest 10. And that would be cubic yards. I mean, that's about as difficult as they get. We're going to go down here. Let's look at this one. So they give me the radius, they give me the height. Volume then is going to be pi times the radius, which is 3 squared, times the height, which is 12. Take your calculator and you go pi times 3 squared times 12. And I get 339.3. 339.3, and that is cubic yards. And what that is that's if you were to take a cube 1 yard on a side, that's how many of them would fit inside this type of a cylinder. So that's what you're finding is volume. It's pretty straightforward. Really all you need to know is you need to know the radius and you need to know the height. You got to find that from the problem. Okay? Go ahead and do the assignment. Please let me know if you have any questions.